Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of OurMFC. I hope you're all doing well. I'm absolutely buzzing, and I'm sure the whole nation is. Don't expect the whole nation to watch this video, but if you are, I'm recording this video the day after England beat Denmark in the semi-finals of the Euros, and oh my word, I swear I must have gone through every emotion possible. I was angry, I was happy, I was crying, just what a game. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the Euros in England, because by the time you're watching this, it'll probably be the day before the final, so fingers crossed for that anyway. But we've got loads of Borough news to cover in this week's weekly episode. You'll have seen Ben's video, I'll leave it up here somewhere. In the last weekly news video, there was loads of stuff that happened like the day or two after recording, so this will be featured in today's, such as Uchiha Pierz, Peltier, these type of things that have been going on. But yeah, I'll jump straight into it, so please stick around for the full video because, like I said, there's loads to go through. So yeah, let's just get started. So the first one is that Borough are supposedly weighing up a move for out-of-favour Watford striker Andre Gray. Now, obviously Gray's got plenty of experience in the Championship. He's played in the Premier League last season as well. Not in the Premier League last season, sorry. He was in the Championship last season, but the season before, he is a brilliant striker. He's got pace about him. He can finish the ball well, but for me, the deal looks unlikely because the wages, it's rumoured that he's on like 80k a week, and that's just something that we won't be able to afford. So unless there's going to be, a big wage cut, then I don't see that as a likely deal. It's possibly, it was from The Athletic, that was the source that was quoted. So, it's a reliable source. However, like I said, doesn't look or sound too realistic. But you never know, see what happens there. Little change in the market and stuff. Could just be a ploy from his agent to kind of get his name out there. But like you say, we'll see. I think he'd be a brilliant addition to the squad if we could bring him in. Like I say, it all depends on wages, definitely. Next one is Borough are reported... just before I get into this one, this is what broke the Borough fans' internet for like a good week straight. So, just by me saying that, obviously, if you keep up to date with the news, you'll know that we were reportedly very close to agreeing a deal for Argentinian midfielder Martin Payero. Now, he plays for a team called Banfield, and apparently the link comes from Leo Perchovic and his Southern American roots. So he's got loads of links over there. And apparently they've done some scouting, that kind of thing. They've obviously seen him. And the fees that have been discussed, or the fees initially, were like 5.8 million. Now obviously that's a massive fee, and Warnock openly said in an interview on BBC T's radio that we won't be paying that fee for any player. Never mind, if he's a wonder kid, whatever, not paying it, it's not happening. But a couple of days later, there was a report that was kind of came out and said that 5.8 million will be over the course of 4 years, which makes more sense because the rumoured wage is about 10 to 15k a week over 4 years, that's 3 million. And then if you add on add-ons, any bonuses, that kind of thing, it probably will in total equate to that. But like I said, that's over 3 to 4 years. And Banfield, rightly so, put a 10% sell-on clause on him. So apparently that deal is really, really close to be done kind of somewhere after the Olympics have finished. So mid to late August, about 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. But obviously everyone's been going wild because he plays for Argentinian under-23s, and apparently over there he's really, really popular. Who's going to be a next big thing. Surprised that there's been no mention of any other interest really, and hopefully we could get him in. Like I say, it's apparently really, really close to being done. And that'd be a brilliant addition to the squad. You know, obviously when we're linked with players like this, straight on YouTube, Martin Payero compilation. What's a crack? What's this kid all about? He's in the midfield. Great like ball distribution, picks the ball. Honestly, he's a little bit similar to Lewis Wing's style of play, but with that added skill, and a little bit more consistent by the sounds of things. So I think that'd be an amazing signing. If we could pull that off, like I say, for fairly on the cheap as well, be an amazing signing. So fingers crossed that gets done soon. And then the next one, I was quite sad about this. Let me know what you guys think. But it's George Saville. He's actually rejoined his former club Millwall after both teams have obviously agreed a deal and decided that it was best for the player. Now, I think George had approached Warnock, said to the club, I think it was to do with like family and that. Really, there's an ice cream van. It's not even that warm outside, obviously. So yeah, apparently it's to do with, I think he's got a few like family issues, or he's missing his family. I think they're all based down in London. So I get it, I completely get it. If he can go play Millwall, kind of help them. He's been at the club before, a little bit closer to home on a similar wage. Why not? I think he's always had a lot of stick because, like British Sambalonga, we massively overpaid. 7 million for like a player in his position. You expect 10 goals. Well, about 10 goals a season, chipping in the midfield, and around about the same amount of assists. But we didn't really see that until last season, where he was played in his right position, which is obviously not his fault. But yeah, he was played in his right position, and I think he was top with goal contributions. So I was a little bit sad to see him go, because I do think he's a really good player, and apparently he's like amazing to have in the dressing room. He seems like really funny, and kind of keeps everyone going. But no, fair play to him. I think it's the right thing for him and the club as well, because apparently he was a high earner, so that kind of gets a little bit off the wage bill, which kind of frees up some more money to potentially bring in another player. I know obviously Martin Payero could be a replacement, but we're looking to bring another midfielder in as well, so that could contribute to that. I'm not sure how much he was on, but whatever it is, like I say, it's good for both parties. So yeah, good luck to him. But you let me know what you think, and how you think George Saville's time went at the club. But the next one is, yes, we have a striker, guys. We have a striker. Uchiha Pierz has signed on a 3-year deal from Wickham, and for me, I think it's an absolute bargain. They're talking 750,000, and then that could rise to 1 million, like with add-ons, that kind of thing. But I think that's an absolute bargain. I think his stats are a little bit misleading, because you look at his stats from last season. I think he only scored like 6 goals, which obviously for a striker in the Championship, you're thinking, yeah, like of course Borough would sign someone like that. However, you look at the type of striker that Warnock likes. He's tall, he's strong, he's powerful, and he's got a hell of a shot on him. I think if we can get the players in and around him, like with Sammy Amiobi signing, if we can get them two kind of like them 3 up top, Uche, Sammy Amiobi, Watmore, and Tav just behind, that's pretty naughty, that. And if we can get a few others in that similar position, some of these creative players, I think you're looking at a really, really good front line. And I think replacing Fletcher and Assomblonga, I would 100% prefer them, because he's come into the team, he's got a point to prove. He went down with Wickham, but he showed his ability. And if we're pushing for like promotion, the playoffs mainly, I think, like you say, he's less than like wage-wise, than the likes of a Sombalonga. But he could offer even more, and like I say, there's that willingness to prove people wrong and prove that he's still got it. So I think it's an excellent deal. Like I say, for an absolute bargain. But like, stay tuned, because we've got an interview with a couple of fan pages from Wickham, just to kind of discuss what Uchi's like, and kind of what we can expect of him, really. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Make sure you know what, I'll pause 2 seconds, quickly go and subscribe now and hit the bell so you don't miss that video. All right, go and do it now. Done. Nice one. Right, next one. Borough signed Lee Peltier. I'm not sure, I think it's only a 1-year deal because of his age. I think he's like 34, 35. But he's an experienced right back who's played for a number of different clubs. And he's worked with Warnock before. I think he's worked with him like 3 or 4 times at like Huddersfield, Leeds, Cardiff. And he's just someone that Warnock knows will jump in there whenever he's needed and just get the job done. I think it's a really good signing, especially with the news I'll share with you later about Darnell Fisher. So that's extra cover as well for the likes of Jag Steele. If any of them pick up an injury, bam, straight in the team. You know what you're getting with him. He's just a tough, strong defender that, you know, gets in there, like I said, does the job well. It gives his all, and that's all you can ask for, especially at our football club. That's all we look for in a player. So yeah, like I said, really good bit of business, and quick as well. It was under the radar. No one knew it was happening. Just went bang, there's another signing, guys. 2 in 1 day, amazing stuff. Next one is Ipswich are apparently keen on a loan deal for Hayden Coulson. Now, I think personally this would be an amazing deal, because he's someone that, you know, he has got potential. He really does. I think he's 23, 24. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he needs to start playing regular first team football. And I know Ipswich have had like a big injection of money as well. So they're really going to push for it next season. I think if he can get himself in that side, nail himself in the first team, I think it'll be an amazing experience for him to play in a good team that are going to compete up there in League One next season. So I think if we can go and get that done, as well, it, like I say, it frees up, well, just Warnock's mind about players. Maybe he's not sure on what to do, what not to do with them if they're not playing. So yeah, I think that's one of them deals that suits all parties, really. To get him out on loan, get him some more experience, then come back next season, try and push in pre-season, see how he does. But like I was saying earlier about Darnell Fisher, this is the last. I'm really not sure what the heck happened. It just kind of cut me off on the video, but I'll finish it here, holding you, bit of a different angle. But essentially that last one with Darnell Fisher, it was his freak knee injury. Apparently he's kind of had his legs out straight, if you like, and I think it was just his kids that have maybe jumped on his leg. And obviously because he's a Borough player, like, it means that he's going to be out for months. No, it's just how it look, really. But yeah, he apparently got a freak injury. They haven't had the scans back or anything like that yet, but hopefully it's nothing too serious. They can be back playing again in pre-season, and kind of joining with the team. But that actually does wrap up this week's weekly news video. It literally was that last little bit that I cut me off with, which is really annoying. But I'll redo the outro, and that was essentially just, you know, thanking you guys so much for your support and everything. It's been amazing lately. We've got a competition going on at the moment, which is if you play FPL, Fantasy Premier League, forgot the name there. If you finish first, you get £50, second is 35, and third is 15. Now it's literally just join our league. It's completely free. And it's just a bit of fun. Just have a bit of fun next season, because why not? Love giving back. Like I say, you guys have been amazing. You'd more than deserve it. So yeah, that's literally it. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like. and subscribe, because like I say, we've got loads more content coming. And then if you're listening on our podcast, please leave a review, because it means the world to us, just to kind of let us know how we're doing. You know, if there's any way we can improve, it means an awful lot. So thank you very much, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.